Okay, welcome and thank you for visiting Tri-State Tennis Tips. We have the third of about 30 presentations that were done on Mirban Ranshad's Tennis Summit 2019. Today is the 10 factors of determining your level of play. And this is a highly rated coach who's been teaching all over the world, and he's got a website that you got to see too, and I'll leave a link to that. It's fantastic. It's quality tennis training, and it's free. Without further ado, this is Mirban Ranshad's hosting Edgar Giffernig. I'm just going to quickly review the 10 factors that determine your level of tennis play. All right, here we go. Hope you enjoy.
Hey everyone, I'm Mirban Ranshad and we're here at Tennis Summit 2019 to talk about practical advice to improve every aspect of your game with my friend Edgar Giffernig.
Hey guys, Edgar Giffernig here. Let me help you improve your game. The objective of this presentation is to give you practical ideas to improve your game. Something that you can take, go on the court and try it out right away. So, for instance, consistency, precision, footwork, perception and anticipation, variation, spin, ball speed, camouflage, mental skill, decision making. These are very specific skills that you can target, and the average of your ability in each of these skills is basically going to give you your actual level of play. So let's get going. Let's start with consistency. Basically, the more consistent you are as a player, the better you're going to be. That is clear. If I make mistakes, if I'm all over the place, I am not going to be as good of a player. So let's take a look at consistency. The first and most important thing about consistency is that you have to know your game. Most players believe that they're better than what they actually are. And so what happens is that they're playing a game and they're trying shots that they really cannot control. And so they make a lot of mistakes. In tennis, the winner of the game is the one that gets more balls in the court. It doesn't matter how hard you hit the ball. If it's not in the court, it doesn't count. The next part of consistency is really watching the ball. To me, watching the ball is one of the most basic skills in tennis, most important skills in tennis, and it's something that we keep hearing over and over and over, but I still believe that 50% of the mistakes on the court are because people don't know exactly how to watch the ball.
So why is watch the ball so complicated? Well, I think a lot of times people don't really understand what watching the ball really means. Everybody looks at the ball, that's obvious. The problem is that you're sometimes not looking at the ball at the right time. Let me try to clarify that. If I am playing tennis and the ball is on the other side of the court, I have a wide focus. I'm looking at the ball, I'm looking at the opponent, I'm looking at the court, I'm looking at the situation. As the ball nears to me, my focus needs to narrow. So as the ball gets closer, I'm focusing more and more on the ball. Once the ball bounces, the ball is my whole focus.
Okay, so let's talk about the first one, consistency. And this is what separates the 4-0s from the 3-5s, the 4-5s from the 4-0s, the 5-0s from the 4-5s. So anything that a 4-0 can do, a 4-5 player can do more often, and with better results. Maybe not even more often, but probably with a little bit more speed. So the first drill he gave was the bounce hit drill, which I've been teaching for a long time, and it's helped me a lot. And I've seen it in a lot of books, so a lot of pros use this. The other thing in consistency is striking the ball. So you do the bounce hit thing for timing, okay? And the other thing is striking the ball in the middle of the racket, in the middle of the ball. So if you miss the middle of the racket, your consistency is going to go down. Or if you miss the backs of the ball, directly the back of the ball, your consistency level is going to go down. So let's take a look at the next factor.
So make sure that when you're on the court, you're watching the ball from the bounce to your racket, and you're gonna be a lot more consistent. So let's go to precision, the next of our performance limiting factors. The more precise you can hit your shots, the better player you are going to be. So if you want to be more precise, you have to practice with targets. If you're just aiming at the whole court, it's not going to make you a better player. If you're just hitting cross-court forehands, that is normally for most players too big of a target. You have to be much more precise in terms of what you're practicing if your whole game is going to be more precise. So look for small targets when you are playing. When you are practicing, aim at small targets.
Okay, so precision. The second factor is precision. You have to be precise. And of course, he talks about targets, hitting targets. So I told you I just got back from hitting with my buddy Tony. And Tony also takes lessons with a very professional coach. I've taken lessons with her too, but she's way kind of far. He drives all the way out there because he's been going out there for years. I go out there occasionally. And this lady has been at Wimbledon, and she's played at Wimbledon, and she's a very accomplished coach as well as accomplished player. And one of the exercises that Tony and I worked on tonight was one that Tony remembered her sharing with him. And you have to hit the ball in the alley, and you're rallying, and whoever can hit the ball in the alley 10 times wins. So if you hit the ball in the alley, you count 1. If I hit the ball in the alley, I count 1. You keep your own score, and the first one to 10 wins. And that was a good exercise for precision. So let's look at the next. Of course, you know, he's going to go into these in depth, and I can't share that with you because each one of these he really takes to another level, and it's over an hour long. But the next factor in determining your level of play.
I would like to talk to you about one specific aspect, which is called the movement cycle. Well, the movement cycle is really a set of steps that you're going to go through every time that you hit the ball. It's a way that you move on the court. And the movement cycle starts with a split step. We see it here in the first square. Next time that you're on the court, every time that the opponent starts swinging, jump, spread your legs, and land at exactly as they make contact so that you can start in the direction of the shot.
So this is 24 minutes into the video, and he talks about footwork. Okay, and so there are a couple of things about footwork that are important. Some people actually, their footwork is too good, and I don't know how to slow it down. Even like adult players, I was playing with this guy last night, and he would overrun all the balls. He'd serve and volley, and he'd come in, and he'd practically be on the other side of the net by the time he hit the ball. He just, I guess it's just he needs to learn how to hop a little bit more instead of run. In any case, footwork is important. And if you didn't see the previous videos, Paul Annacone's video was about achieving your highest potential. So how do you go about achieving your highest potential? And then the other video, the second video, if you haven't watched it, you should. That's about coaching, on court coaching, and well, there was a whole bunch of things you could have learned from that video, but one of the things I took was to never give up, okay? Never give up on the point, never give up on the game, never give up on the match, because you always have a chance. And she actually showed some good examples of when she did some on-court coaching and results when her players were down, and other great examples. So after footwork, he starts talking about the fourth factor.
Okay, here we go.
Understanding the flight of the ball and being able to read it early to detect some